And the state tournament is brought to you by Hawaii Federal Credit Union, Wagner Auto, Weatherall, Ramcoda, Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, also Hockey Headquarters, Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce, Avera, Hermanson and Odonics, Sunmasters of Pierre, University of Jamestown, Zander Auto Parts, Ranky Gray, the Fieldhouse, Kubota, and State Farm Becky Potsdam. As we welcome you into game number 3, Jim Lloyd will have the call coming up here in just a little bit, but Jeff Anderson, John Winkler, and Jim Lloyd here for this third game here of the state tournament as we are getting set for that third game. And guys, this should be a good one here today.
I think this might be the best game of the tournament.
Well,
as far as the first day is concerned,
yeah.
For 4 and a 5, you could basically put them in a hat and pick one out. And Watertown won at home 4-2, lost at Brookings 5-2. So I think they're pretty evenly matched up.
Yeah, I think this is probably today. It's probably going to be one of our best games. Although we saw a really good one the first game of the year or our first game of the day. But these two teams have split, and the advantage has gone to the home team.
Now they're on neutral ice.
They're on neutral ice, and either one of these teams can obviously win. But I do think that each team, whoever wins this game, I think is going to have to play well because the way they're evenly matched. To talk about evenly matched, today we saw 2 good games. The first one, of course, was better than the second, but at 10 o'clock game, it was Aberdeen beating Oahe in a really good, tight game all the way through. Aberdeen came out of that one 2-1. And then our game that we just completed, it was a 12:30 game. Mitchell, it was all Mitchell over Sioux Center Storm 9-1, and that Mitchell team, I would have to say, is on a roll right now early on in this tournament. But now we reach the 4th and 5th matchup, and as you look at the day, and when we looked at this bracket a week ago, this is probably the game that's going to be one of the better games.
Yeah,
I agree.
It should be a good one here for this game here this afternoon as we continue here. We had a little bit of some technical difficulties through the first couple of games here, so let me turn your mics, your headphones back up a little bit here. That might be the reason why things weren't going so smoothly right away. But we should be good here going into this game between the Watertown Lakers and the Brookings Rangers. And again, we can break this game down a little bit. You guys probably already did so, and as I was trying to find everything else. But 2 evenly matched teams. But the biggest thing is going to be which line of the Rangers and which line of the Lakers will be the one to get the win here today.
Yeah, these 2 first lines for both of these teams. For the Watertown Lakers, there's 43 goals scored by that first line, and then it really falls off and turns into 5 goals for the second line. But Jacqueline Lloyd, who's a center for that first line, she carries the load, and she has carried the load all year with 34 goals and 13 assists. Now, when you start to look at that first line for Brookings, they've scored 42 goals and 34 assists. So actually total number of goals is about the same, but it's a little bit more spread out for this Brookings Ranger team. Barber's at 21 goals, and Taryn Richter, she has scored 10 goals, and the junior assistant captain, Kieran Vugdeveen, has scored 11 goals and 9 assists. So it is a little bit more spread out for that Brookings team, and the Watertown Lakers, quite honestly, have a pretty short bench. They've got 2 lines and a couple players, and they're going to run 2 lines of defense. So the Lakers have their work cut out for them. But they did split throughout this year, and advantage gone to the home team on both of those games.
So we will have that game coming up here in just a moment. We will step aside and have for you puck drop coming up after this. You're listening to the state tournament here on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and Brookings, and also watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Ranky Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Ranky Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Ranky Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at rankygray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The Ramcoda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramcoda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramcoda has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramcoda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today.
As we welcome you back here and into the first period as the Watertown Lakers taking the ice as well as the Brookings Rangers. It will be Jim Lloyd that has a call for us here on game number 3.
Well, welcome aboard for our third game of the girls varsity state tournament from the Odie in Aberdeen, South Dakota. We are going to have the 4th and 5th seed. The 5th seed is Watertown Lakers, and the 4th seed is the Brookings Rangers. Just down the road from one another, and it doesn't matter if you're playing soccer, it doesn't matter if you're playing basketball or whatever the sport may be. Brookings, Watertown is a rivalry. I'm not going to tell you we don't like each other, but boy, we sure like to beat one another. So that's kind of what we're after today. So we're looking for a real good one from the 4th and 5th seed. So we are going to get underway with our starting lineups. The Brookings Rangers in their white today, the home team.
Let's say we'll throw it down to the PA for the introduction of the starting lineups.
Our matchup will be the Watertown Lakers, which will be our away team, and the home team will be the Brookings Rangers. For Watertown, number 2, Jada Kranz. Number 3, Meg Sunday. Number 8, Jada Jenkins. 10, Katie Burnell. 14, Rachel Scott. 15, Lily Lalo. 16, Layla Randall. 17, Kaylin Melville. 19, Julian Bush. 23, Maya Lewis. And the starting lineup for Watertown, number 5, Kate Holland. Number 11, Zachary Lloyd. Number 12, Janelle Lloyd. 13, Riley Redmond. And goal for Watertown, number 30, Angelina Burnell. And head coach for Watertown is Kurt Crimmins, assisted by Brandon Herman, Tiffany Aarons, and Ryan Luke. And for Brookings, number 5, Ryan Hasten. Number 6, Brady Poole. Number 8, Maggie Dunlop. Number 10, Maya Furster. Number 11, Melissa Peterson. Number 18, Anna Rasmussen. Number 24, Taylor Hutchinson. Number 44, Sean Peterson. Number 80, Laurel Kwong. Number 81, Ava Colley.
I believe we're ready to go.
We are.
No head coaches for the Brookings Rangers.
The teams are lined up on the blue lines yet. The referees are trying to get organized over there. And we're going to start this one out. The Brookings Rangers on my left-hand side, the Watertown Lakers on my right-hand side. The home team is the Brookings Rangers wearing their white. And today the guests for the Watertown Lakers are in their black with the bright yellow letters. So both teams begin to huddle up, and we're getting ready for a puck drop.
And this first period, Watertown's been outscored this year 39-18. They really have to come to play and get off to a quick start in this game. Brookings, of course, on the other hand, has outscored their opponents 29-26.
Let's talk a little bit about the goalies. Aletha Baker will be in the goal for Brookings Rangers.
Yes, she is 11-7 on the year with an .823 save percentage, 408 goals against average. She has one shutout on the year. And for the Lakers, it's Angelin Brunell, 4-6, and she has a 5.5, 8 goals against average, no shutouts, .818 save percentage.
All right, we are going to drop the puck. It's Barber and Jacqueline Lloyd, and this is going to be controlled by the Brookings Rangers in neutral ice. And the Rangers going to try to sweep it through, and here comes the Lakers. This is Jacqueline Lloyd. She's going to carry it in herself. We're 2-on-2. Her and her sister are going to take a shot early, right off the shoulder of Baker. A great shot to start things off. Jacqueline Lloyd. And the Lakers hold it in. Oh, this is Kate Holeen back over to Lloyd. She's going to fire it at the net. Hits a teammate in the shins, and this one's going to stay down deep in the zone. Janelle Lloyd's going to have a shot that hits the back of the net. Looking for a pass out front and can't quite get it, and it dribbles out, and Jill Bush going to have to chase it into the neutral zone. Jill Bush looks up cross ice, trying to get it to a teammate, can't quite find it. Now Brookings is going to get it down, and they're going to throw it at the net a little bit wide down in their zone. Jill Bush going to take it all the way around to her defensive teammate, Kate Holeen. Jill Bush going to look for a long pass. Janelle Lloyd can't quite get it, and Brookings is able to hold the zone. Jill Bush going to try to take it in back of her net again. Now she's going to do it with her legs. She's going to skate across in front of her goalie, looking for Rachel Scott. Can't quite get it, and here's Keel right down in front of us and going to try to get it up through the neutral zone, and a pass goes wide of player. Cran's going to dump it down deep into the zone, and held in here before the Lakers by Riley Redlin. And now it comes out of the zone, and that's going to go all the way down, and they're going to have an icing call, but Cran's going to catch up with that before the call is made. So Cran's going to come out of her defensive zone with her legs, going to come all the way up and goes down. She blew a tire right at the blue line and gives up the puck to the Brookings Rangers. And now comes the Rangers. This is Barber, Savannah Barber, going to take a 2-on-1. Look out, she's got a pretty hard shot right off the chest of Angelin Burnell. Angelin Burnell, a young goalie that picked up the pace here for the Lakers about halfway through this year and has come in and done a really nice job for the Lakers. Held in by Brookings, going to come back out to the blue line. Barber's going to skate it in up into the crease. She's going to take a shot, miss the net, and Richter's going to find it over on the far boards. Barber's in back of Burnell, going to take a shot, and Brookings scores. That's going to be Barber with the assist. I don't think that she had a backhand assist there. She's the captain, and I'm not sure who was in the slot, but it happened pretty quick. I want to say it might have been Vugdeveen. So I think that one went from Barber to Vugdeveen. We'll see if that one's right. I did not see who was up in the crease, but a nice play. And we're going to face off center ice. This one is controlled by the Lakers. This is Janelle Lloyd going to take it along the far boards, and she's going to chase it down deep into her own zone. Going to throw it at the net, a tough angle, but still had to make a stop was Baker.
Sounds like it was Vugdeveen that got the goal.
Vugdeveen. So it was a captain to the assistant captain for Brookings to get this thing started at the first period of this one.
14:39.
At 14:39, Brookings is on the board. Here's the Lakers trying to get a centering pass and can't quite do it. And this is Forrester trying to bring it out, upended there by Jacqueline Lloyd. She's going to hold it in deep. Jacqueline Lloyd takes the pass right in front of us and can't quite hold it in. And here's Forrester. Forrester's going to go all the way over to a teammate. That is Eva Keel. And this puck's going to go all the way back down in back of Angela Burnell, where Kranz is going to try to pick it up. Kranz gets it over to Lloyd. Lloyd tries to get it back over to her sister and can't quite get it there. There's a little scrum in front of the net. Here's Jacqueline Lloyd going to poke check it down deep into the offensive zone. And Brookings are going to pick it up and try to scoot it around the back of the board. And it's now Zundy's going to find it up and high in the crease, going to take a shot that's wide. Brookings Rangers going to look to bring it back out of the zone. This is Keel. She's going to skate it in all by herself on the left-hand side. She's going to take a shot out to the back of the net. Melville grabs it in back of her own net, tries to get it back out, and here comes Rachel Scott. Rachel Scott cannot take it out of the zone, held in nicely there by the Brookings Rangers. Puck's back deep where Kranz is going to try to scoot it around the boards. Rachel Scott's along the far boards. She goes down trying to get that puck out of the zone. Now Kranz comes in and she takes down a Brookings player. And here comes Barber. Barber's going to come around the boards, and Kranz pinches her along the boards. Nice job by Krantz. Held in over here for the Brookings Rangers. Yeah, centering pass doesn't quite get the... And Angela Burnell has to come out of the zone, and she lost it under her glove, and the Brookings Rangers find themselves at 12-26, up 2-0 over the Lakers. And that was Vugdeveen, the way it looks, the way they come through the handshake line. Yeah, if that's Vugdeveen, that's her second one already. At 12:26 left in this first one. Brookings Rangers get 2 quick goals, and exactly what you don't want to happen for the Watertown Lakers. Face-off. Go ahead, Jeff.
13 goals for Vugdeveen on the year now.
Yep, that was Vugdeveen. After the face-off, Brookings Rangers take it down into their offensive zone, and Vugdeveen takes it deep in the zone. No, Melville's over there, try to get the puck away from her. It's a pair of 17s down in the corner. And Rangers looking for a centering pass, and it goes wide and back out of the zone. Picked up over there from the Brookings defense, comes over to Keel. Keel's going to have a stretch pass, can't quite get it over there, and here's Jill Bush. Jill Bush going to bring it in. She's 3-on-1, going to take it from high in the seam. Baker grabs it in her glove, bobbled it for just a minute, and traps it, and there's a stoppage of play, and both teams are going to get a change. So Brookings Rangers are up 2-0 in this one. And we talked about who's going to come out hot at the beginning, and so far it's obviously been the Rangers. They're going to face off to the left-hand side of Baker. That's Lloyd. And that one is controlled by the Brookings Rangers. However, it does stay down in the zone, and Janelle Lloyd's going to chase down in the near corner right in front of us. She's going to throw it at the net off of a skate of a Brookings Ranger, and Jacqueline Lloyd's going to pick it up just at the one circle and going to take it around deep. Backhands it over towards the goal, and that's intercepted there by a Brookings Ranger player. That's Forster. Forster's going to bring it up to the red line, and there's going to be a collision. They're going to probably call it a check or a rough, and that's going to be Janelle Lloyd. They're going to get her for a hook. Right at the red line, they were chasing for the puck. So now the Brookings Rangers, up 2-0 with 11:16 left in this first period, are going to go on a Pelican Power Sports power play. Up 2-0. They're going to face off to the left-hand side of Burnell. And this is controlled in the zone by the Brookings Rangers. Vugdeveen has it over on the far corner, and Brookings going to try to set up shop here on this power play. It's Pelican Power Sports power play, the first one of this game. Brookings is going to have it in back of their net. They're going to try to kick it up here to a winger. Winger's going to look in, back down towards the red line. Brookings Rangers looking for a centering pass. Caught it, but that was Barber. Puck went a little bit wide of the net. Brookings doing a nice job on this power play, controlling the puck, moving it around, and they're going to take a shot there. Doesn't quite get to the net. Back out to a winger. It's Vugdeveen into Barber. Barber's works high in that slot. Now she takes it out to the far corner. She's going to skate it all the way around, going to look for a backhand pass. Brookings looking, not many shots this far, pretty patient. Jacqueline Lloyd tries to get a interception from Barber. Barber gets a pass that can't quite get it over to the net. Brookings Rangers working this power play real nice. Jacqueline Lloyd comes in there with a little body check and try to get it out of the zone. Can't quite do it. Barber's got it just inside the blue line, hounded there by Lloyd. Lloyd's doing everything she can do just to get a stick on it. Can't quite do it. Here's a backhand pass, and that one goes wide. Now Lloyd has it, and she's going to scoot it down all the way down the ice. 37 seconds left in this Pelican Power Sports power play for the Rangers. Find themselves leading 2-0. And a stretch pass coming over here. This is Grendler. Grendler's going to take it in all by herself. She's got to wait for a second so we stay on side. And there's a shot that's going to be blocked over there by Burnell out to the side. Barber's going to find it in front of the Lakers bench. Going to kind of skate it into the slot. And here comes a shot, another one blocked by Burnell. So this power play, there's 12 seconds left in this one. Brookings is setting up shop again for this next shot, and that shot's intercepted, and their one goes towards the net, and that was also blocked. And that should do it for this power play, and it does, as we're 5-on-5. And Janelle Lloyd finds the puck right next to the bench where she comes out of the penalty box, and finds it right at her skates. And Brookings is going to get a change here after that power play. And Kranz is going to bring it up all by herself. She's going to dump it through the neutral zone, where Brookings is going to try to get a stick on it. Now it does go into the Brookings offensive zone. A shot just a little bit wide. Burnell tips it off with the paddle. And this one's behind the net. Brookings is looking for a centering pass, and here's a pass that comes all the way out to the blue line. That one misses the net. And the Watertown Lakers do get it out of the zone in the neutral zone. Over there, that's Melville. Brought it out of the zone, and Kranz is going to fight right in front of the referee. Referee's going to have to clear out. He's in the way. Kranz is on the boards over there. Kranz found herself about 1-on-3 over there, and the referee was in the mix.
County.
So we have a stoppage of play. We're going to face off just outside the blue line. Face-off controlled by the Watertown Lakers in the neutral zone right at the red line. This is Melville. Melville's going to dump it into the zone as far as she can here, and there's Randall's going to take a shot upended over there by Richter. And the Brookings gets it back out of the zone, and it's a race. Joe Bush with a lift stick. Nice play there by Joe Bush. And Brookings is going to bring it in. This is Forster. Forster going to take a shot off the pads of Burnell. And held in over there by Forster. Forster going to find herself outside the circle right now, battling along the boards with Joe Bush. And we're going to get a trip over there. And that's going to be on Jill Bush for the Watertown Lakers. So it's a second penalty for the Watertown Lakers, and it's going to be a Pelican Power Sports power play again at the 7:46 mark here for the Brookings Rangers. Last power play they did not score, but they controlled the puck pretty much the entire time. Face-off goes to Brookings. Brookings going to set up their power play. And there's a shot that goes just a little bit wide of the goal. Jacqueline Lloyd's going to pick it up behind and try to get it out of the zone and can't. Held in by Forster. Here comes Jacqueline Lloyd. She's going to be 1-on-2. She's going to take a shot right at the point. Going to go look for a rebound and can't do it. She was pitched into the boards by Barber. And now this one's going to come back the other way, and this is Vugdevine. She has two already, and she's taken down, and I bet we're going to have another Watertown Laker penalty here. And the Brookings Rangers maintain control. Lakers, all they got to do is touch it right now. We've got a delayed penalty, and it's going to be on the Lakers here. Lakers goalie, Baker's in the box, so we have another skater. Lakers going to have to get to the puck here. They got to get to the puck. They haven't touched it yet. Controlling the puck is the Brookings Rangers on this delayed power play penalty. The Lakers going to have to get out to the puck and try to get a touch here. Here's a shot in tight, and that one's upended in the middle, and now we are going to get a whistle, and the penalty is going to be enforced. It's going to be a trip on the Watertown Lakers.
49 seconds upcoming of 5-on-3 for the Brookings Rangers.
And that's going to be Krantz. Is going to go for 2 minutes, yes. So for 49 seconds, it's going to be a 5-on-3 with Brookings Rangers leading 2-0 with 6:35 left. So the Lakers having a little problem with the penalty box. And this face-off is controlled by the Lakers. That was Lloyd. She faced off, and now she's going to try to get it out of the zone. And here the Brookings Rangers have it deep in the zone. And it's going to be a little give and go here. That one doesn't work, so it's going to come back out to the blue line for the Brookings Rangers. Shot goes up and wide over the cage. And the Rangers having pretty good luck setting up their power play. Have not been able to score on one, but they sure have been setting it up and controlling the puck. Lakers, for 18 seconds, are going to be 2 men down. Brookings Rangers are going to lob a shot over there at Angela Burnell. And she holds it. Here's Jacqueline Lloyd. She's going to circle around. She's going to try to take it up with her feet. She's going to have to just get it deep, but she's going to take it all the way up by herself. She's going to find herself one-on-one here. Going to get to the goalie, looking for a hat trick. Or, I'm sorry, a short man down, 2 men down goal, and she can't quite get it in. Looking for a pass rather than a shot. Here comes Peterson. Peterson for the Brookings Rangers going to try to take it across the red line. She can't do it. Kate Holeen is upended over there, and now it's gone into the zone. Over on the far boards over there, it does come out of the zone. This is going to be Janelle Lloyd. She's a 9th grader. She's going to throw it at the net. Baker sweeps it wide of the net, and Barber is going to take it up the near boards right in front of her bench, loses the handle for a second, and Forrester tips it back over to Barber. Barber's going to be in her defensive zone, going to regroup here. Now she's passes it up to the red line. And we're going to have an offsides by the Brookings Rangers. Not a little offsides, quite a ways offsides. So we are going to face off just outside the blue line.
Still a power play, Pelican Power Sport power play for Brookings for another 22 seconds.
Brookings have not been able to set up their power play this time around. And this is Barber. She's going to be high in the slot. She's got a pretty good shot. You have to watch when she shoots in the wide open. So now for another couple seconds here, we're going to have a power play, and now Melville gets to it and is going to shoot it all the way down, and that's going to burn up the Pelican Power Sports power play, so we're going to be 5-on-5 hockey with 4:32 left. The Brookings Rangers leading this one early, 2-1 in the first period. A quick goal early in the period. And here comes the Brookings Rangers. They're going to come into their offensive zone. And I'm going to look for a pass all the way across the ice. That one can't find a home, and this one almost makes it to the Angela Burnell, and Brookings is going to come down in the near corner and try to get a pass in. There's nobody there to pass to, upended by the Lakers. That's Joe Bush. Joe Bush going to go back and back of her goalie, going to try to skate it out of there, can't quite do it. Zunde's going to pick it up right in front of her bench. She's going to shoot it all the way up to Melville. Melville can't get her stick on it. And this is Barber. She's the captain of this team. She's a senior. And she's going to skate around a couple of Laker players up through the neutral zone. She's going to fire one at Burnell just a little bit wide of the net. She has a rocket for a shot. And here comes Vugdeveen. She has 2 goals already today, and she's going to throw it at the goalie, and it looked like it went off the chest of Burnell and into her glove. So Angela Burnell warding off the Brookings Rangers as of late. 9 shots on goal for the Rangers, 6 shots for the Watertown Lakers, and we're going to face off to the left-hand side of Burnell. Controlled by Brookings. And here comes the Lakers. Got it out of the zone, and Rachel Scott's going to tap it up to Janelle Lloyd. She gets upended by the Lakers, and here's Cran's going to take it in the neutral zone, going to wait for everybody to clear out, and they do. Here's Jacqueline Lloyd going to try to skate it in. Can't quite do it. She gets it taken away by the Brookings Rangers. Rangers are going to find it at the red line and going to dump it all the way down in, and they're going to get a full line change. Forster comes out. She's going to chase over to the far side. Rachel Scott whiffs on a pass, and the Brookings Rangers are going to get it deep into their zone. Going to throw it at the net, and they do. That's a shot on goal. Burnell kicks it out wide. And here comes the Lakers. This is Jacqueline Lloyd going to pitch it all the way up to Rachel Scott. She gets a stick on it. That one's not going to go far enough for an icing anyway, and Brookings Rangers pick it up in their defensive zone. There's Forrester, gets upended by Jacqueline Lloyd. And coming through the neutral zone is Keel. That's Ava. Flips it down deep in the zone. Jacqueline Lloyd gets it up to Rachel Scott. Nice pass all the way across to Janelle Lloyd. She's going to, if she's hurried, she's going to be one-on-one here. And she's going to get a shot at Baker, and it misses the net wide. Brookings Rangers kick it around in back of their own goalie. And held in there nice is by Jill Bush, playing defense down deep in the zone. And can't quite be held in by the Watertown Lakers, and goes off Kate Holeen's stick and into the Brookings bench.
You guys like to move it?
We like to move it.
Well, that woke everybody up there.
That'll wake you up. We're going to face off right down in front of us. It's going to be Melville and Barber. And here's Randall. She had it on her stick for just a moment, and Richter pitches it through the neutral zone. A little scrum there in front of the Watertown Lakers bench, and I'll bet we're going to have an offsides on the Brookings Ranger. We got the music playing here today. We're going to move it.
Well, Brookings right now up 2-0. They've been able to find a way to get it past a moving Angel and Burnell.
Face-off in the neutral zone, controlled by Savannah Barber, the senior. And she gets it taken off momentarily off of her stick, and she's going to look for a centering pass, and nobody can handle that one right in front of Angela Bonnell. Held in by the Brookings Rangers, and here's Joe Bush going to tap it up the boards over to Zunde. Zunde goes down on her knees and does get it out of the zone, however, and Barber's going to find it right in front of her bench. Try to kick it through the neutral zone, and does, and here's Vugdeveen. Vugdeveen has 2 goals in this one, and she's going to skate it in looking for a centering pass for Richter off the shoulder of Burnell, and she kicks it out, and nobody got to that errant puck right away. It kind of sat there for a long time, and here the Lakers are going to get it out to Zunde. Zunde's going to skate it up over the red line and tries to turn back into Barber, and it does go into the zone here, and Melville tries to get a shot. Richter's there to upend that shot, and Barber with a backhand hits it up through the neutral zone as she heads to the bench. Here's Vugdeveen. She's waiting for a teammate. She's going to come up on top of the circle. She's going to leave it back for Richter. Richter's going to have a little pass that she's going to leave there for a teammate. Can't quite get it. Goes out to the defense, and there's a pop fly. In between the circles, Janelle Lloyd finds it in front of her bench. Going to try to skate it up through the neutral zone. Jacqueline Lloyd picks it up, and that one gets taken off her stick by Richter. I'm sorry, that's Forster. And Forster comes across and was upended over there, and that's going to do it for this first period. Brookings comes out early and scores one right away, and then that was at 14:39, and then at 12:26 they score again. Both of those were scored by Vugdeveen. The first goal of the period at 14:39, Barber had the assist to Vugdeveen, and then Vugdeveen unassisted at 12:26. So that is the first period, 2-0, Brookings Rangers, and we will step aside and be back to talk about that first period.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Owyhee Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment, the Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today.
As we welcome you back here and into our first intermission report, as it will be here as our intermission reports are brought to you by the University of Jamestown and University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd as we have our first intermission report. 10-6 in shots, a 2-0 lead for the Brookings Rangers. So they have Savannah Barber scoring the first goal of the game, with Kieran Vugdeveen getting the assist and Taryn Richter the secondary assist. And the second goal of the game, which came about 2 minutes later, it was Vugdeveen from Richter and Barber. So they all three of them have 2 points, but one has 2 assists in Richter, and the other two have a goal and an assist.
Yeah, so it's always fun to go back and watch the official scoring, because that's not always the way we see it.
Right, or just the simple fact that it didn't look like Vugdeveen scored. Maybe she did, or Barber scored. Maybe she did, yeah. But it looked like Vugdeveen got that goal.
I'm always amazed how you can have 3 people watching the game and calling the game, and nobody sees who scores.
Yeah,
it happens all the time.
Well, and the difference right now is Brookings' front line, top line.
It is.
Yeah.
42 goals for that front line in the beginning, or in regular season, 34 assists. Yeah, so that line is very balanced, and Richter, Barber, Vugdeveen, they can all score, and most of the time they're throwing it to each other. There's a lot of assists. There's 9 assists, 13 assists, and 12 assists. Now that's regular season, so that front line does produce, and they have today.
And you know, the goalie Letha Baker has not been tested very much for Brookings. Just 6 saves so far on those 6 shot attempts from Watertown, but she's going to be a big key going in the second and third period, because you got to expect Watertown to eventually get some offense moving. And you know, they've had 3 penalty kills for Watertown, so for them to had to play a lot on defense to begin that. But if they get a power play, then all of a sudden the momentum might switch around, and when Watertown's going to have the offense, at some point in this game, Watertown's going to have a lot of offense start generating to the net. Yeah,
and Watertown doing a nice job on a penalty kills. You know, they had 3 to 5 at one point and held them off, and they did a nice job on that. Of course, Brookings, I thought, did a really nice job on their power plays. They did everything but score on their power plays. Handled the puck, passed the puck, and Watertown just was not able to give or fended off any clear shots. So Brookings doing a nice job. They just haven't put in a net on a power play.
It is a 2-0 lead here for the Brookings Rangers after the first period against the Watertown Lakers. We will step aside and have more from our first intermission report here on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and Brookings, as well as Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottseba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time.
Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Back here as we continue our first intermission reports. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd. It is a 2-0 lead for the Brookings Rangers as we start to get set for the second period. And, well, I guess, Jim, since you're calling the game, I won't ask you the question. But first I'll ask Jeff, what does Watertown need to do here in the second period to try and tie things up?
Generate some offense. They only had 6 shots on goal in that first period. They're a better team than that. They've got, I'm sure Brookings is watching Janelle Lloyd every place she goes, or Jacqueline and that type of thing. But the others have to kind of pick it up and do something along that line to get them free them up a little bit. They just need a little bit more offense. They haven't played poorly, really, but they just need more offense.
And I guess I'll answer for the Brookings Rangers that they need to continue to – they need to probably score the power play too.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot. But that is kind of the story of South Dakota amateur hockey for the girls is that the power plays are just not the percentages aren't as good as what you would typically see. But if they can take advantage of the power play because they had 3 attempts, but also most likely Watertown won't be back in the box very much, they need to keep the pressure going, because if they don't keep the pressure going, this Watertown team is a good team that they will make you pay. If, as Jeff said, if they get offense rolling, all of a sudden we might be seeing ourselves be a 2-2 game at the end of 2 periods instead of being maybe a 4-0 game after the end of 2 periods.
And that's the Wagner's auto keys to the game.
That's right.
You're right.
It is.
That is in Wagner Auto and Pierre, you're one place to go.
Yeah.
One place.
Keys to the game. We have the second period on the way here after our University of Jamestown first intermission report. Second period is on the way here after this. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on as well as KSDR, KKQQ, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux and Pier or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here for the start of the second period between the Brookings Rangers and the Watertown Lakers. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, and Jim Lloyd has the call in the second period.
All right, we are into a 2-0 game. Brookings Rangers leading this one after two. They struck first, and they struck a little while later, so it's 2-0, and the Watertown Lakers find themselves having to dig out of a little bit of a hole here, and that can happen. I think the Watertown Lakers have just not had any offense to speak of, really. 6 shots on goal, and the Brookings Rangers with 10 shots on goal.
Hasn't been a lot of shots from either team in this game.
Three penalties for the Watertown Lakers, and at one time the Brookings Rangers find themselves on a power play 5 on 3 and was unable to score. So we're going to face off. Andrew Burnell is now on my left in this second period. You're on the opposite side of your bench in the second period, and Aletha Baker is down on the far end on my right. We're going to face off. It's going to be Barber and Jacqueline Lloyd. They've done it 1,000 times in their career, the both seniors. And it's controlled by Watertown. Kate Holene's going to chase it into her defensive zone. She's going to look up right to the neutral zone. Can't quite get it to Jacqueline Lloyd, that's where Grendler finds it. Now Holene's going to try to get it back out of there again, and Jacqueline Lloyd gets it up to Jill. Trying to get out of the zone, can't quite do it. Now Jacqueline's going to get the puck in back of her own goalie, and she's going to try to take it out of the zone. Upended over there by Vugdeveen. And right in front of the net. Can't quite get a shot as the Brookings Ranger. That was Richter. Jill Bush from her defensive spot going to look for a stretch pass off the boards over there to Janelle Lloyd. Janelle's now going to skate it up through the zone and over the blue line, going to throw it at the net. And that one's upended, and that puck comes off the back, and it goes out in front of Baker. She thought she had it covered, and the Lakers just couldn't be in the right spot to pick up that errant punt. That would have been a real nice opportunity, and now the Lakers are going to try to take it back out of the zone up through the neutral zone. Chased over there by the Brookings Ranger, that's Garrett's. Barber swats at it at the red line. She can't quite get it off the red line. Cran's going to give pressure, holding her tight against the boards, and here comes Brookings Rangers. They have to stay on sides and do. And Krantz doing a nice job of back checking there, and she finds it in the defensive zone. She's going to look up across, tries to get it to Jacqueline Lloyd, and she takes it off the skate. Held in by Vugdeveen. She's going to dump it deep, and the Rangers are going to go get a change. Lakers stay out and can't get out of the zone up to Janelle Lloyd. Riley Redland, we haven't said her name today. She's playing defense for the Lakers, gets it up to Jacqueline Lloyd, and she gets it taken off of her stick, and here comes Vugdeveen. She's the assistant on this team. Shoots it wide of the goal. And Brookings Rangers try to get it on the far board. Held in over there by Riley Redland up against the boards, and here comes Janelle. Janelle gets it up to Jacqueline. Jacqueline's going to try to skate it out and runs into traffic right just across the red line, and the Brookings Rangers are going to take it up through the neutral zone. Riley Redland's going to get it on her stick and get it up to Randall. Randall flips it high in the air, tries to find Jacqueline and can't do it. Now Janelle's going to kick it off her skate, and she's going to go high in the circle, and she's going to throw it at the net. And here comes Randall. Had a nice shot just high in the slot. following the play. That's stopped by Baker. And the Watertown Lakers come off the bench, and Barber goes down. There's no tripping call. Kind of a collision. Riley Redland's going to find it in the far corner. Gets it out of the zone and does. So the Brookings Rangers are going to have to check up, and here comes a pass out to Zundy. Zundy takes it over to center ice looking for Melville. She can't pick it up, and Randall can't get it on her stick.
Watertown's having a tough time getting into the Brookings zone.
Yeah, in the neutral zone, Brookings is playing pretty strong right now, and here comes Brookings. They're going to take it into the zone, and this is Hokinson. Right down in front of me, there's a collision there. There's Hessler. And she falls down. She's kind of slow to get up. She gets back into the play. That's Rhea. Brookings Rangers holding it in the offensive zone. Cran's up against the boards in the far corner. Going to try to skate it out, and she gets a trip, and we're going to have a tripping call there on a delayed penalty. Randall's going to bring it out of the zone now with her feet. Delayed penalty here for the Brookings Rangers, and they touch it, and that call will be enforced. So the Watertown Lakers are going to get their first Pelican Power Sports power play of the game. We talked about in their intermission that they need to generate a little offense, and this is how you do it with a power play.
There's a big opportunity here at 13:26 to go, and Peterson going to the penalty box for that trip.
That's Julissa Peterson. So she's going to spend 2 minutes in the box, where the Lakers are going to be down on the far end to the left-hand side of Baker in their offensive zone. Brookings is looking for another player. They have one now. It's Keel. Lakers are going to counter. They're going to put Kate Holeen out right now. So the face-off controlled by the Lakers. Jill Bush going to try to throw it at the net from her defensive position. And here's Janelle. Janelle's going to find it behind her own goalie. Centering pass to Jacqueline Lloyd, and she doesn't miss many of those. That one sailed up high above the net, and she's going to go back in the neutral zone and try to regroup. She's passed up all the way up to Scott. She can't quite get it on her stick, so the Brookings Rangers are going to try to tap it down. Here comes Barber. Barber's going to be on Lloyd. Barber with a shot right on goal. Burnell takes it off the forearm, and Jill Bush going to take it up off the boards here looking for Lloyd. Nice pass there, a good angle pass, and here comes Lloyd. She's going to try to take it in one-on-one and can't quite get a shot off. Going to pitch it in back of the net. And that's Rachel Scott going to look for a centering pass. Now a backhand pass comes out to Jill Bush. Jill Bush going to go over to her defender. That's Kate Holeen. Watertown Lakers trying to set up this Pelican Power Sports power play. And here's Jacqueline just inside the blue line. She's going to throw it at the net. Throwing it at the net there, hoping to get a rebound. And Baker says no, there will not be a rebound. She grabs it in her glove. We're going to face off to the right-hand side of Baker.
Still 1 minute on the power play.
1 minute left in this power play.
The Pelican Power Sports power play.
Faced off, controlled there by the Watertown Lakers. Jill Bush kind of whiffs on a shot there. And so it does come out of the zone. Jacqueline Lloyd's going to pitch it up to the blue line, and Janelle Lloyd grabs it at the line, and she's going to circle around, throws it at the net, goes wide around, and Cran's going to pick it up or in the far corner. Nice transition there. She's going to try to get a backhand towards the net. Can't quite do it, and here's Janelle Lloyd. Janelle Lloyd going to look for a centering pass. Nobody's there. And Jill Bush going to throw it at the net. Jacqueline Lloyd high in the slot just inside the blue line. She's going to throw it at the goalie. Some long shots here for the Lakers. Nothing in tight, and here comes Cran. She's going to put it deep into the zone. Chased over on the far side by Janelle Lloyd, and it comes out of the zone. That was Barber that tipped it out. And the race is on here. We got to hurry up. And the Lakers a little late to that one, and Richter finds two shots right in front. Short-handed shots, and that'll do it for the Pelican Power Sports power play for the Lakers. Jacqueline Lloyd's going to bring it out of the far corner, gets turned around and can't keep possession of it, and Jill Bush finds it just inside the blue line. Jacqueline Lloyd's inside the blue line. She's going to throw it high and gets intercepted by the Brookings Rangers. Jill Bush from her defense mishandles it a little bit and comes back out of the zone. Jacqueline Lloyd taps it in the zone. Savannah Barber that's Grindler, can't quite get it through the neutral zone, and the puck dribbles all the way down the left-hand side of Burnell. Jill Bush and Vugdeveen battle into the corner. Over there to help is Crans, and she gets it out. Does not come out of the zone. Janelle Lloyd's going to look for a backhand up to Jacqueline Lloyd. She's going to take it across the red line. She's finding herself about 3-on-1. She's going to take a shot, and it goes up and over the top of Baker. So the Lakers are getting some shots on goal. Not necessarily on, some of them were not on goal, but they're awful long shots, and Baker has a long time to look at some of those.
Yeah, they're getting more offense going. They just, they've only got 2 shots on goal so far in the second period, but the offense has picked up for the Watertown Lakers.
You're right, there's offense, and they're going to face off in the offensive zone here. And that was, and here come the, that's Vugdeveen. She's going to find it right in front of the goalie, and she takes a shot wide of the net, and here comes Kranz. Kranz going to take it down. Gets trying to split the defenders, can't do it. Here comes Barber. Barber's going to find herself 1-on-1 and right through the 5-hole of Angela Burnell. That's Barber with a wrist shot, and we know about her wrist shots. She's got one of the hardest shots, I think, in the whole state as far as the girls are concerned. And she's going to find herself with her second goal. Is that correct?
That'll be her second of the game.
Savannah Barber, she's a senior. She's the captain. And she found herself 1-on-1. She picked the puck up just outside the red line and skated in and had a real good look at the goal. Melville's going to face off. So that's controlled by the Lakers. Now comes up through the neutral zone here, controlled by Grendler. Grendler skates it in, finds a lot of traffic from the Watertown Lakers into this far corner, and this picked up over here by Randall. Randall can't quite get it in. Nice play there by Rasmussen for the Brookings Rangers. And now we're going to have a shot. Krantz takes that one in the side for a block shot. And Melville backhands it around in back of her own goalie, and here comes Krantz. Krantz going to look up for a pass, and Randall gets it off her skates and can't control it with her stick. So the Brookings Rangers are going to chip it back into the offensive zone. Krantz going to find it again. She tries to take it out of the zone. Kind of dances on the blue line. Now she's going to dump it down, and that's going to go down deep. No icing on that one. Krantz waited till she got across the red line and dumped it in deep. Brookings Rangers are going to try to control it up the far boards through the neutral zone, and they do. And playing defense there is Jill Bush doing a nice job. I believe that was against Vugdeveen. A chance right in front for Keel. Can't quite get a backhand shot in. Andrew Burnell warding off 2 of them. Now she dives out at a loose puck. Andrew Burnell on that play. She was the only one in the whole bunch that knew where the puck was, and she dove out and got it covered up. It's always dangerous when that puck is sitting there stationary in front of the goalie, because all it takes is one touch. Angelin doing a nice job. They're going to face off to her left side. Shot right off the face-off by the Brookings. Angelin stopped it, but she doesn't know where it is. She's sitting right on top of it.
And nobody knew where that was at. Everybody was still looking around.
Yeah.
Burnell was the one looking around, and everybody else saw her looking around, so they all decided, oh, maybe it's not under her.
She had that stuck on her pads. Faced off. Control there by Jill Bush for the Lakers. She gets it taken off of her stick, and now she's going to go back of her own goalie and try to regroup. Brookings Rangers flip it back around. Riley Redland trying to push the puck up. Grendler is there for the Rangers. Now this one does come out, and the Brookings Rangers are going to regroup here. Right in front of their own bench, and that hits a player. And we're going to have a stoppage of play, and we're going to face off. We're going to go all the way out to the center circle, it looks like.
Yeah, it went off. Somebody went right into the bench of the Brookings Rangers.
Brookings Rangers are going to get a switch here. Lakers are going to keep that first line out. Scott, Lloyd, and Lloyd. And that face-off goes to the Brookings Rangers. Now it comes back to Jill Bush. Jill Bush gets it up to Lloyd, and she's going to try to skate it up through the neutral zone. And Barber's going to come over there and meet her. You see Barber coming from her position across the ice, and she knows Jacqueline Lloyd quite well. And when Jacqueline touches the puck,
she's usually
Barber is like a streak right to her. So Barber and Lloyd are going to face off. I wonder how many times they've done that in their career.
Thousands.
Against each other or just
against each other?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were doing that when neither one of them could skate. I remember that. Now they're both seniors. The face-off is controlled in the offensive zone by the Lakers. And now it does dribble out, and Krantz going to have to chase it to the red line. He's looking up for a pass all the way across off of a skate. Janelle Lloyd picks it up, carries it in. She's going to take a shot over there right off the face of Baker, I'm sorry. Right off the face mask of the goalie, and here's Lloyd going to look for a centering pass, and Lloyd's got one. So that's Janelle Lloyd to Jacqueline Lloyd with a one-timer. We've seen that a couple times this year. Janelle Lloyd, 11 assists this year. And that's going to be her 12th, over to her sister. So Jacqueline Lloyd finally finds the back of the net. She's had 34 goals this year in the regular season, and that adds 35.
Now that was a great pass from Janelle Lloyd to Jacqueline Lloyd, but these next 7.5 minutes are big. If Watertown can get one more, make it 3-2 going into the third period.
Face off center ice, and Richter's going to take it down into the zone. She's going to look for a pass to Barber. Barber gets it taken off her stick, and the Brookings Rangers throw it at the net, wide of the net. Cran's going to try to get out of the zone. Janelle Lloyd gets a stick on it. Now it goes off the back of a player over there of Brookings, and here's Scott and Lloyd. Lloyd's going to lead the charge. He whiffs on a shot. She was 3-on-1, not a lot of room for a shot. And here's Kranz using her body to get that puck away from Vugdeveen. That was a great play, defensive play by Kranz. She's turned into a really good defensive player. And here comes Barber. Barber's going to work against Krantz and goes around Krantz, and here's a backhand pass.
Oh.
Can't make it happen for the Brookings Rangers. And Vugdeveen's going to look for his center pass. And that one's back to Richter. Richter's going to leave it back to Grendler from her defensive spots. Grendler's going to take it all the way over to Keel. Keel's going to look down into the net, and that pass can't quite make it. Barber's kind of tangled up with Kate Holeen in front. And Brookings Rangers are going to find themselves, this is Richter, on the far corner over there. Chasing over there is Janelle Lloyd. Janelle Lloyd's going to bring it up the boards, looking for a centering pass. Now she gets it over there to Jacqueline Lloyd. Jacqueline Lloyd's 2-on-1, mishandles it right between the high in the slot, and the Brookings are going to come the other way. And now Vugdeveen, she's going to find herself 1-on-1 with a shot and misses everything and goes all the way back around. And here's Lily Lallam in the game for the Lakers. She takes it out of the zone, controlled over there by the Brookings Rangers. And here comes Melville. Melville's going to take it all the way up to Lily Lallam. Lily's going to look to skate it up out of the zone at the red line. And now it does go all the way down, and it's a shot on goal, believe it or not. Came all the way from the red line right in front of the bench. Baker kicks it out to the side. Lakers trying to hold it in and can't quite do it. Playing defense here is Katie Burnell. She's a senior. She's got a broken arm, believe it or not, and she's playing defense today. Broke her arm a week ago as the Brookings Rangers put on the shot. Here's Barber. She's got a shot. Nice save right there by Burnell. Barber had a pretty good look at it. We don't want to give her too many looks. She's a great shooter. Brookings Rangers are going to try to take it out of their defensive zone. Zundy's going to give a little pressure. And here comes the Brookings Rangers up through the neutral zone. This is Vugdeveen. Vugdeveen's going to try to do it with her legs. Little drop pass right over there. That one doesn't get into the goal. Burnell doing a nice job. Richter finds it right in front, and Burnell is there to stop that one. Angelin Burnell doing a nice job in the goal this last couple minutes. 4:41 left in this one. Brookings Rangers are up 3-1 in the second period.
And 24-11 shots on goal favoring Brookings.
The face-off, Jill Bush over to Zundy on the far board. Going to try to peel it off the board. Zundy pins an opponent over along the board. Now Jill Bush pins one. Now Jill Bush going to have it back. Can't get it out of the zone. Brookings Rangers doing a nice job holding the zone. Now it comes out. They're going to dump it back in, and they're going to have to check up on an offsides. Jill Bush gets it out to Grendler. Grendler's going to shoot it right into Randall's. That's Kaylin Randall for the Watertown Lakers. Blocked the shot. And Melville's going to try to get it off the boards over on the far boards over here. And here comes Richter. Richter looking for a centering pass. Can't quite get it there. Brookings holding it in the zone. Pair of 10s over there. It's Richter and Burnell. Back behind the net. And we have a loose stick over there. Hockey headquarters, loose equipment. And the Brookings Rangers, here's a shot off the side of the net from the Brookings Rangers. been in the zone a long time for the Brookings Rangers in their offensive zone. And here's Kale. Can't quite get it to the net. Jill Bush doing everything she can do to get it out of the net. Now she's going to get on her stick. And on a backhand, she's going to get it out of the zone. The Lakers are in desperate need of a change here. Got stuck out there for a long time. Melville finds her way to the bench. And Jill Bush is going to get over the near side. Jacqueline Lloyd picks it up right down in front of us. She gets it up, handed off of her stick. And Jill Bush going to get a pass all the way across. Lakers do get a change. And here comes Janelle Lloyd. She's between the slots, going to take a shot, goes up and over. That was off the stick of a Brookings Ranger defender. And now the puck's going to go back out. Cran's going to give chase over there. Cran's going to take it around in back of her own goalie. And she's looking for a pass off of Jacqueline Lloyd's stick. And it goes back around Burnell. Riley Redland going to give it to Jacqueline Lloyd, and she's going to chase it up with speed, and she's going to find herself 2-on-1. She's going to take it off to her right side, gets on her forehand, takes a shot, slides down. A pretty good shot on goal. She lost both of her skates as she shot. And now she's going to find it in the far corner, looks for a pass and can't find it. And here comes Cran's going to slap shot a little bit wide. There's a rebound attempt there by Scott. And Cran's going to throw it at the net, and Baker gloves it. I don't know if it was a shot on goal, but nice job by Baker stopping play and giving her team a rest. Watertown Lakers generating a little more offense. 12 shots on goal, not putting that puck on goal, but they are shooting the puck way more than they did the first period. 2 minutes left in this second period. 3-1, Brookings Rangers. Here's a long stretch pass up here to Barber. Barber gets upended by Kranz. Kranz doing a nice job back checking on Barber. Barber found herself almost one-on-one there. And this is going to be held in here by Hokinson. Hokinson down to Barber. Barber with a backhand. Looking for a give and go and can't find it. Jacqueline Lloyd's the only one that saw that one. She takes it out of the zone with her legs. Going to go right up in front of her bench. She's going to find herself one-on-one. Takes a shot right at Baker and can't quite get it in. And now she does. A backhand rebound for Jacqueline Lloyd. A great individual effort. She takes a shot a little bit off balance and kept rolling to the net. And as she falls down, touches it with her stick and gets that in. That's a big goal just before the second period's over. That's a huge goal.
There's that goal to make it 3-2, and not giving up on the play was Jacqueline Lloyd. That first shot was saved, but as she was falling and going away from the goal, behind the goal, she was able to stuff it in to make it 3-2.
Good individual effort there by Jacqueline Lloyd. Face off at center ice. Went to the Lakers. Now it's back to the Brookings Rangers. They're going to try to skate it in. Zundy giving some pressure over there with Melville. Now Jill Bush looking for a pass off the boards over here for Randall. Randall's can't quite get it on her stick. And here comes the Brookings Ranger with a shot off the pad of Burnell. That was Peterson. And held in over here by Grendler. Right down in front of us is Grendler holding it in for the Rangers. And now Meg Zundy finds it in the neutral zone. She's going to dump it down deep on a backhand and goes back behind Baker. Brookings Rangers leading 3-2, 37 seconds left in this one. And Jacqueline Lloyd has the only 2 goals for the Watertown Lakers, and we're going to have a penalty here.
It's only 28.7.
28 seconds left. And not a good time for a penalty for the Watertown Lakers. That's Meg Zundy is going to get it for a hook.
So it'll be the 4th Pelican Power Sports power play now for the Brookings Rangers, who are 0 for 3. And again, every power play goal is $15 from Pelican Power Sports to the Feeding South Dakota. So far, we've gotten just 1 power play goal.
Not been a lot of success on the power plays. Left-hand side of Burnell. They're going to face off, and the Watertown Lakers are going to knock it out of the zone. Trying to kill this 23 seconds left in this period. Jacqueline Lloyd holds it down in deep, and 15 seconds left in this period. The Brookings Rangers are going to try to set up their Pelican Power Sports power play, and Vugdeveen finds it at the blue line, and she's going to pass it into the center and can't quite get it. Here's Barber. Barber's going to take a look at a little fake and a juke, and that one goes wide. Nice defense there by the Watertown Lakers. And that ends the second period with the Brookings Rangers up 3-2. 2 goals scored by Jacqueline Lloyd in the second period. And when this one resumes in the third period, the Brookings Rangers will be on a power play for 1:32 left.
A fantastic second period as a lot of fun in that second period. We got ourselves a pretty good game going into the third period. We will step aside. Before we do step aside, I want to say we were listening to KCCR FM Blunt as well as KSDR Watertown and KQQ Brookings as we hit the 4 o'clock hour. We'll step aside. We'll come back and have our second intermission report after this. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, KSDR in Watertown, KKQQ in Brookings, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
The Ramkota in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramkota is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramkota has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramkota in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here and into our second intermission report, brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. A 3-2 lead now for the Brookings Rangers after 2 periods. And guys, that was a very good second period for the Watertown Lakers. You know, that first goal that Barber scored her second of the game to make it 3-0. That came with 10-10 left. But after that, it was Watertown that took control, and they have a power play to start the third period. And they're looking to come back from a 3-0 deficit.
And it can easily happen.
We talked about at the end of the first period, we talked about Watertown Lakers needing some offense. They found a little offense. They missed the net an awful many shots. But nonetheless, it was offense. And they controlled the puck in their offensive zone a lot more than they did the first period. Shots on goal are still pretty lopsided with 14 versus 25, but we did see some offense out of the Lakers.
Yeah, and that's a huge. I mean, we talk about it quite a bit. That there's a lot of times in girls hockey, if you're down by 2 goals, the game's pretty much over. Now there's certain teams that's almost a given in Sioux Falls, and that who we'll see next, and Mitchell, the other team. But it's hard to come back from a 2-goal deficit, especially in girls hockey. You got to. You don't see a whole lot of comebacks happen, but Watertown, they don't care about that. They don't care about that right now. They're down 3-2, and you got within one shot. It's hard to come back from a 2-goal deficit at least, but when you get back within one, all of a sudden your thinking changes because you're just one shot away from tying it up.
Yeah, you really are. It's always interesting between Brookings and Watertown. I said it early in the before the game. It doesn't matter what sport it is. It seems like it's always tight between Brookings and Watertown. It doesn't matter what the skill levels are or what records are. Watertown, Brookings are always good games.
It's a brand new game.
Yep. And Jeff, you had a good friend from Brookings that
Dallas
recently,
Cole, who passed away. We went to the funeral a week ago.
Yep.
Good man, 40-year broadcaster for Brookings Radio and for the school. So they had the event. Shouldn't put it that way. The funeral, I guess, at the school itself. And so he did a lot. He was a good man. We had a lot of good times together, he and I. And
did an
they're
awful
gonna
lot
miss
of
him.
games.
Yeah, we're gonna miss him, and Brookings will miss him most.
Right.
Yeah. And he of course did get Sportscaster of the Year this year. Of course, he didn't make it, so he won't get to go down to Charlotte and pick up the award that he's gotten it a couple other times. And that's when it was in Salisbury, North Carolina, and now it's moved to Charlotte. But Dallas was a good man, and he will be missed by all the broadcasters in the state.
How many games were you side by side with him? If you had to
I have
take a
no
guess?
idea, but I have no idea. Sometimes we do a football game together. He'd do a half, and I do a half, or basketball-wise. He always called me young man, even though I was 11 years older. And things like that. But Dallas was a good guy. Dallas was kind of the old throwback in a way that he doesn't care. He wasn't out for the recognition. He was always of the opinion that you weren't there you don't upstage your event, which he never did. He was just there to report it, and he wasn't trying to be the star or anything else. That's what made him so good. So. Did a good job. He did a lot of hockey. He did basketball, baseball, football, and we did some baseball games together, things like that over the years. So good man.
Well, good. Yeah, and Brookings was lucky to have him.
Yeah,
for a lot of years.
they really were. Yeah, I think he started when he was about 10. Not quite, but
he might have.
Yeah, he was there. Of course, he went to. He was from Platte, Black Panther country. And things like that. So had some good kids, and it's too bad. But 61's too early to go.
Yeah.
But he did a lot for Brookings, and the school had said when they originally were going to have it at the church, and they thought there'd be such a crowd that they couldn't get them all in. So the school said they could do it there.
Yeah. And how many young broadcasters probably put the headset on because of him?
You never know.
That's great.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So good example for everybody. We'll miss him.
The 3-2 lead for the Brookings Rangers right now at the end of the two periods. So we'll step aside. We'll come back and have more from our second intermission as you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock on KSTR, KKQQ, and Brookings, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
As we welcome you back here and into continue our second intermission, we're presented by the University of Jamestown.
Yahoo!
John Winkler alongside Jeff Ayers and Jim Lloyd. Jeff's really fired up about that one.
He loves Jamestown, and he loves Jamestown hockey.
Well, I'm going to be up there next summer.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably take in a little summer league hockey. I'm sure there's something going on.
I'm sure there is, yeah.
Good.
And just go from Jamestown to Concordia, go to War Road, go to Roseau, just make the trip.
Make the trip.
You want to talk about what else happened so far today?
We could. Mitchell beat Sioux. I can't talk. Sioux Center 9-1, and the first game today, Aberdeen beat, of course, Oahe 2-1. So 2 games in the books. This one's 3-2 right now. Brookings leading. Watertown yet to come. Sioux Falls, the #1 seed, taking on #8 Rushmore. That is a 5:30 face-off coming up this afternoon. That'll be our 4th game of the day. 4 more tomorrow, and then, of course, on Sunday we'll have 3. Already tomorrow at 11, Sioux Center plays Oahe, and already tomorrow, of course, Mitchell plays Aberdeen in the first semifinal game. That'll be at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. So Mitchell will win over Sioux Center 9-1, and Aberdeen edges Oahe 2-1 in earlier games today.
And we are just about set here for the third period. Looks like both teams are making their way back out on the ice a little bit earlier than we thought, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with getting started back with that third period a little bit earlier. As Jim Lloyd's got the call for the third period.
Well, something tells me that this game is not going to end 3-2. Brookings, overtime. Jeff has given me the overtime, the OT signal.
Yes.
And that's quite possible when you get these two teams together. These two teams, the 4th and 5th seed, obviously quite evenly matched. They split during the regular season, advantage going to each of the home teams. So, yeah, they have had a split all year at 3-2 right now. It's going to be interesting to see. Watertown Lakers struggled in the first period to gain some offense. They got back to a little more offensive-minded hockey in the second period, ended up with 2 goals. But they find themselves now coming into this third period for a minute 32 are going to be on a power kill. The Brookings Rangers will be on the Pelican Power Sports power play for a minute 32. And the Watertown Lakers will have to fend that one off to start this one. The next goal is always big. Anytime you're in a 1-goal split game, the next one's big. You tie it up or go up by 2. So it'd be interesting to see how this happens.
Well, we talk about overtime kind of kiddingly, but who knows overtime more than Oahe this year? What do they have, 7 of them?
7 overtime.
6 overtime.
6 overtime.
They went 1-3-2. 1-1, tied 3, lost 2 in overtime.
So you never know what's going to happen in this one. The Brookings Rangers, Lakers are going to face off. It's Barber and Lloyd at center ice, and that one is won by Barber. And it's going to kick down into the zone now, and this is going to be Richter. Richter's going to be in the far corner, going to dump it back to Vugdeveen. Vugdeveen's got caught in a defensive position there. Now it comes back out of the zone. And Peterson's going to try to get it across the blue line and does. Going to take a shot. right at Burnell. Burnell off the pad doing a nice job kicking that one out. Vugdevine's going to look for a centering pass up at the blue line, and it's going to come back out where Barber's going to find it at the red line. She's going to turn around. Chased there by Janelle Lloyd. Good job trying to get that one away from her. And this pass is going to come up into the neutral zone, and it's Jacqueline Lloyd. Jacqueline Lloyd's going to come in all by herself. One-on-one, and that one was blocked by Baker. Looks like Baker lost track of that one, took it right off the shoulder. It almost looked like it was going to carry him back into the goal. And I almost jumped over the rail, held myself in, and here comes Vugdevine. She's going to take it out against the far rail, and they're going to find themselves offsides. Great opportunity for the Watertown Lakers when Jacqueline Lloyd picks it up right in front of us and squares up one-on-one with Baker. Not 100% sure Baker saw that one, but she was in good position. And we just see a replay there on our TV screen. We're going to face off just outside the blue line, controlled here by the Brookings Rangers. Hounded back there in the back corner there by Jacqueline Lloyd. And here comes a shot a little bit wide of the goal. And a paddle gets on it by Burnell. And here comes a shot, a centering pass. That one doesn't quite get there. Brookings Rangers throw it at the goal, and Burnell gets down in front of that one. She covers it up, and we're going to have a stoppage of play. Rangers are going to get a change here. It's going to be Hessler Peterson going to come into this one. Maya Edmondson sees a little time in this game. Face off to the left-hand side of Burnell. Held in by the Rangers. Rangers going to throw it at the goal. Jacqueline Lloyd takes that one off of a pad, and the puck's going to carry him back around. 5-on-5 hockey, so the Watertown Lakers fend off Pelican Power Sports power play. And we're 5-on-5 hockey. Brookings Rangers trying to regroup in the defensive zone. And this pickup by Jacqueline Lloyd at the red line. She's going to take it down. She's got her sister on her left, and here's Jacqueline Lloyd going to turn the corner. She's looking at the goal, gets a little chip shot, can't quite get a carom, and they're sitting on it. I think Jacqueline's sitting on top of it, or surrounded by Brookings Rangers. There's the puck. Going to try to get it back at the goal and can't quite do it. A lot of traffic in front of the goal that time, and here comes Jill Bush going to carry him around back of Baker. Riley Redland's going to try to hold it in, pinches down and can't quite do it, and this is going to scoot all the way down where Jacqueline Lloyd's going to pick it up and going to try to bring it up the ice. Brookings Rangers getting a change here. Vugdevine's going to try to chase, taking a shot right into a pad of a Brookings Ranger player. Jill Bush going to find it right in front of us. She's going to kick it all the way back around. Barber's going to chase over and back of the net. Janelle Lloyd finds it on her stick. And here comes the Brookings Rangers. This is Richter. Richter finds herself surrounded by Lakers just across the blue line. And Riley Redland picks it up in her defensive zone, going to take a long stretch pass. Nice pass over there to Melville. Melville can't handle it. Janelle Lloyd goes down, and here comes a pass all the way back across, and it's going to be an icing for Jill Bush. Jill Bush taking it all the way down the ice on a pass, and I think she just wanted to ice the puck and get the defensive change.
That might be like our first icing of the entire game. I
think it was.
I don't know if we've had any other icings.
Jill Bush looking tired on that one. Right-hand side, Melville and Baker are going to face off. Right-hand side of Burnell, that's controlled by Brookings, and Brookings is going to take it in. There's a shot that caroms up and over. That was off of a stick of a Watertown Laker.
That was on top of the net. Somehow it rolled off the blocker of Burnell, and it just fluttered up right above the top of the net and stayed out of the net for the Watertown Lakers, thankfully.
Scary stuff for the Lakers.
Yeah.
We're going to face off to the Burnell's right-hand side, Baker and Melville. Krantz controls it in back of her own net. And Katie Burnell, older sister, senior of Angela Burnell, is now in the game. We mentioned that earlier. She's playing with a broken arm.
Nothing tougher than hockey.
I guess. Yeah. She finds it in front of her net, and she's going to put it up against the boards. And Brookings Rangers are going to hold it in. It goes all the way down deep. That's Cran's going to chip it into the near corner, and this is Randall going to try to get it out of the zone, and does. Brookings Rangers are going to regroup in their defensive zone. This is Vugdevine. It's going to go up to Barber. Barber's going to get at the red line. She's going to skate it in. She's going to be 2-on-3. Pretty good shot there. Nice block by Crans. Cran's really a defensive specialist for the Watertown Lakers. Done a fantastic job at defense. Scrambling back of the net. Here's the puck out front. And shot. Andrew Manell finds it. Now it goes in. I didn't see who got it. I'm assuming it was Barber. She took a shot at it, and there was a carom. I didn't see the puck go in. I looked over at the official, and he had his arm out.
Might have been Vugdeveen, but I think it was Barber, though, that pushed it in.
I think it's Barber.
Yep, I think it was. And is that a hat trick for Barber at this point, if that's her?
That would be a hat trick for Barber.
So let's see
A 4-2
what
lead
happens
now.
on that one. There's a lot of traffic in front of the net. It was pretty hard to see from our vantage point. 4-2, Brookings Rangers with 12:37 left. Face-off controlled here by the Lakers. Getting it deep down into the zone is Janelle Lloyd. Looking for a centering pass to her sister over to Scott. Scott can't get it over there on the backhand, and we're going to have a trip by Rasmussen for the Brookings Rangers. So we're going to go on a Pelican Power Sports power play for the Watertown Lakers. Down 4-2, it's just what they need right now. Anna Rasmussen with a trip.
That's the second power play opportunity now for the Watertown Lakers here in this game.
So they're going to face off the left-hand side of Baker. That's controlled by Lloyd. Throws it at the net. That was Crayons. And here comes Holeen. Holeen's going to zip it all the way back around, and the Lakers are going to have to hustle for it. Crayons gets it in the far corner. She's going to go back to Janelle Lloyd, going to look in back of the net. Now she's going to get a centering pass to Crayons. Can't quite get it in. Comes back out to Lloyd. That's Jacqueline. Jacqueline gets it over on the Pelican Power Sports power play for the Watertown Lakers. Crayons finds it along the far rail. Going to throw it down deep to Janelle in the far corner. Reverses Fields. Now going to try to get a Crayons just a little bit in the center, and that one's going to go out, and here comes Vugdeveen. Vugdeveen finds it all by herself, shorthanded, and she's going to take it in, and she scores. A shorthanded goal by Kieran Vugdeveen on an errant pass by the Watertown Lakers, and she found herself all alone, making this game 5-2 on a shorthanded goal.
She's got the hat trick. The goal was scored by Vugdeveen earlier. Now she scores again to make it 5-2. She's got 3 here today.
She's the assistant captain on this Brookings team, and she finds herself with 2 goals in this third period. 5-2, Brookings Rangers, and they're still on the Pelican Power Sports power play. You know, the Watertown Lakers, it doesn't look like it. Well, Brookings Rangers playing a little offense. A man down. For another minute. Kate Holeen's going to try to get it out of the zone on the far rail. And here comes the Brookings Rangers. Brookings Rangers are going to take a shot off the side of the net. Lakers need to try to get it down in the zone so they can get their power play going. Barber finds it at the red line, and she's going to skate it in by herself. And Crayons takes a swat at it with her stick, and she's going to end up with a penalty. They have to keep playing. It's a delayed penalty. And Crayons finds it now, and she's going to go into the box. Watertown Lakers have had a little bit of problem with some of the penalties this game.
I mean, 5th penalty against them, and at 30 seconds of 4-on-4 before a 5th Pelican Power Sports power play for the Brookings Rangers.
And down 5-2, that's not where you want to be, a man down. But we're 4-on-4 hockey right now. Watertown Lakers have their first line out. Richter's going to face off against Jacqueline Lloyd. And here comes Janelle trying to get it out of the zone, and Jacqueline has it on her stick, and she's going to take it up through the neutral zone and dumps it down deep. And she chases down there, tries to lift the stick, and now she does have it in back of the net on centering pass for Janelle Lloyd. Can't get her stick on it. And up through the neutral zone is Grendler. Grendler going to throw it at the net. It was blocked. And a nice play there by a defensive person for the Lakers. And I want to say that's probably Riley Redlin. Did a nice job getting in front of a Brookings player, and we do have a Brookings player a little shook up. She's being helped up by her teammates. Hit pretty hard in front just as she shot. Riley Redlin making a nice play to ward off the shot.
And not putting any weight on it, any weight on her right leg.
And that's Rasmussen, correct?
I think it's Julissa Peterson, number 11.
All right, Julissa Peterson. So she goes off into the bench. Hope she'll be back out, but she was holding that one leg. They're going to face off. Left-hand side of Burnell. Controlled there by the Lakers for a while, and Barber picks it back up in front of the net. Here's Vugdeveen. Vugdeveen, she's got 3 of them already tonight. Here's Janelle Lloyd. Janelle Lloyd's going to take it by herself down here. She gets a little traffic, and in the far corner, it's poked away nicely there by the Brookings Rangers. And out in the neutral zone, Brookings Rangers, this is Grenler, taking it deep in the zone. Takes it all the way around the back of the Watertown goalie. And Janelle Lloyd's going to poke it along the boards, and this one is going to come out, so the Brookings Rangers are going to have to check up here as Jill Bush grabs it behind her own goalie, and she's going to look up off the bench, trying to get it up to Lloyd, and she hit it down to the far end. Barber picks it up in back of her goalie, and Jacqueline Lloyd goes down. Possibly could have been a trip. It's not. She loses her stick, and she's back up, and here comes Richter. I'm sorry, that's Forrester. Looking for a shot. Lakers doing a nice job getting in the way right now of some shots by the Brookings Ranger. Barber tips it back down into the far corner. And it's a power play yet for the Brookings Rangers, the Pelican Power Sports power play. Now the Lakers tip it all the way down to the far end, and that's Jacqueline Lloyd, and that's going to do it. We're 5-on-5 hockey, so the Watertown Lakers ward off yet another power play by the Rangers. Here's Barber. She has it in neutral ice, and she's going to take it over to her forehand, going to try to get around the corner. Kate Holene's going to try to get in her way and can't quite do it. Held in by the Rangers. Now it's going to come out just down the blue line, and it's held over there. Meg Zundy's holding the puck along the boards, and now it comes out. And this is Melville. Melville, that's Kaylin Melville. Garrett's tries to get a pass up, and Randall tips it back down behind Baker. 5-2 in this one. We have 8 minutes left. Brookings Rangers find themselves up 3 goals, and here they come looking for another one. It's another shot just off to the side of Karam. They can't get that one in. Pretty nice shot there by the Brookings Rangers. And the Lakers are trying to get it out of the zone right now as Randall pins an opponent up against the wall in the far corner. And this is picked up by the Rangers. They're going to take a shot. That's blocked there by Riley Redlin. Brookings doing a good job holding in the zone. And there's a shot right there. That is by Triplett. We haven't said her name today. She gets a nice shot right in front of Burnell. This one's going to carry him into the far corner. Here's a centering pass for Brookings. Nobody there. Melville's going to go try to get it over there out of the zone, and Brookings holding it in the zone for a long time. Still in the zone. This one dribbles out. Barber comes off the bench, and she's going to find it in the neutral zone. She's going to skate it in on her forehand. She's got a pretty good shot. You don't want to let her wind up. She misses the net on that time. Keel finds it over at the blue line, holds it in, and now it does score it out. Vugdeveen going to try to carry it in. She can't. That was Randall, took it off of her stick. And this is Janelle Lloyd. She's a 9th grader. She's going to carry it in on her own, going to try to look for a shot. And Barber does get her stick on it to deflect that one. Jacqueline Lloyd gets a centering pass, can't quite get it there. And now she finds it right in front of the goal. Jacqueline Lloyd from Scott. Scott just kind of pitches a little backhand towards the net, and Jacqueline Lloyd found it on her stick. And that's going to be a hat trick goal for Jacqueline Lloyd.
Not quite done yet here. 6:34
Not
left to
quite
go.
done.
It's now 5-3. Watertown has made it back to a 2-goal deficit again.
Good awareness there by Jacqueline Lloyd, but sometimes the puck just shows up on your stick. And she had the whereabouts to pitch that one in. Doing a nice job. Gets upended at the blue line. It looked like a check to me. It wasn't.
Is that Jim Lloyd, the broadcaster, or Jim Lloyd, the dad, saying that about Jacqueline Lloyd?
The parents said through the microphone that it was a check. Brookings going the other way. Jacqueline Lloyd finds it on her stick, and she gets it out of the zone. Janelle's going to chase back to Hokinson. Hokinson playing defense. She's played offense sometimes this year. Jill Bush going to take it in the zone all by herself and gets a pretty nice shot, and Baker finds it right at her chest. Nice position save there by Baker.
Well, 5:57 left. You don't need that next goal that quickly, but you'd like to get it pretty quick if you're Watertown.
There's going to be a new pep in their step if they find one here within the next 2 minutes. Face off, Barber and Jacqueline Lloyd. Here's Jacqueline. She's going to find it at the shot. Gets a nice, somebody got a stick on it there for Brookings, or Jacqueline had a wide open shot. And this one's going to go to Vugdeveen at the blue line. Nice defensive play there by Jill Bush, using her body to upend that one. And Brookings going to have to regroup. It's Garrett's up to Barber. Jill Bush getting up slow in her defensive zone. Barber's going to have to back out. She had some players off sides. Janelle Lloyd picks it up right in front of her bench, going to slap it off the board. Going to try to get it in the zone and does. Here's Barber going to try to carry it out. Jacqueline Lloyd took it off of her stick and chases it over to the other side. And Jacqueline Lloyd's going to look in the zone. Brookings getting the change here. And that was taken off of Jacqueline's stick. And that one goes wide. That's Richter. Nice play by Richter and getting a shot. Shoots it up over the top of the goalie. And there's a few players for the Lakers right now that are pretty tired. Cran's playing her defensive position against Richter. She gets it in back of her own goalie. And she's going to regroup, skip it all the way back around. Janelle Lloyd's going to find it in the far corner. Centers that over to Holeen. Holeen's going to try to get it out of the zone. Can't quite do it. Held in by the Brookings Rangers. Holeen has it on her stick. She's going to try to pitch it out. Once again, held in nicely by the Rangers. Centering pass. Now there's a centering pass, and that was a shot right there. That would look like it was Forster. Had a good opportunity. Held out by Burnell. Here's Janelle Lloyd. She's going to get back checked from a Brookings player and does get a backhand shot towards the goal a little bit wide. Kranz leaves it right in front of the goal. Janelle Lloyd tries to get a stick on it. Lots of traffic there by the Brookings Rangers, doing a nice job playing defense. Melville throws it at the goal. And it was hard enough and on net, and Baker had to get her glove on it. Watertown Lakers are in desperate need of a change there, and they're going to get it now. Both teams are going to change. 3:51 left in this one. 5-3. Brookings Rangers. We're going to face off to the right-hand side of Baker. It's going to be Melville and Barber. Barber plays a lot of minutes. She's on that first line, but it seems like she's out there all the time. Melville finds it in back of Baker, loses a step, and goes down. Zundy sends it all the way back around. Chasing over there is Richter for the Brookings Rangers. Gets a nice centering pass out, and here comes Barber. Barber's going to throw it down to Vugdeveen. Vugdeveen's going to get it off a skate. Going to be one-on-one with Burnell. And Vugdeveen, ever so dangerous, scores for the Brookings Rangers, and that is her fourth goal of the day. Barber made a pass out to Vugdeveen, and it went off of a Lakers skate. And this gives it 6-3 with 3:25 left for the Brookings Rangers. And Vugdeveen's having quite a game.
Boy, Vugdeveen and Barber, those two have not been able to be stopped here today.
Vugdeveen has found herself one-on-one with the goalie twice, and she just completely beats the goalies. The face-off is controlled by the Lakers. Is Jacqueline Lloyd going to throw it at the net a little bit wide?
Well, and 3 goals by Vugdeveen, but also an assist in this game.
She got 4 goals now.
She has 4. Puck comes out of the zone for the Brookings Rangers. And Barber's takes it in. She's 2-on-1, going to get to her forehand. And Jill Bush doing a really nice job playing defense there against Barber, the ever so dangerous Barber. She was winding up for a shot. And here comes a Brookings Rangers shot from the defensive position. That one does not go through. Jacqueline Lloyd picks it up on her sticks, going to dump it down, all the way down. And picking this one up is Vugdeveen. And she's going to get it out to Garrett's. Garrett's a centering pass. There's nobody there. Riley Redland and Crayons collide. Now this puck goes back down deep in the zone. Brookings Rangers taking it through the neutral zone. And that is Grendler. Brookings content here to play around with it in the neutral zone, and now they get it into the offensive zone. That's a shot by the Rangers, warded off by Riley Redland, the defense for the Lakers. And this puck goes back over to Riley Redland on the far rail. Going to try to get out in the neutral zone and can't quite do it. Riley's going to chase down in the corner. It's going to zip all the way back around. Randall, in front of her bench, going to try to get it off the rail. A lot of resistance there by Brookings Rangers. There's a shot by the Brookings Rangers that was triplet. Goes wide of the goal. Riley Redland finds it right in front of her goalie. We're in a 6-3 game here. Minute 30 left in this one. It's been Brookings Rangers in this third period. Vugdeveen for the Brookings Rangers. Kieran Vugdeveen has 4 goals in this one. And she has kind of been the difference in this one. Held in by the Brookings Rangers. Now Zundy's going to chip it around to Kranz in back of the net. Kranz going to reverse field. Try to skate it up. We're under a minute right now in this one in a 6-3 game, and Kranz going to try to take it on herself. Does get herself an opening. Gets a nice shot. Baker's there to stop this one. And here comes Holeen. Holeen comes into the zone with a pop fly to Baker just off to her left. And Melville's going to throw it at the net, and there was nobody there to catch that one. Zundy finds it just in front of us with a centering pass. Can't quite get it to Jacqueline Lloyd. Jacqueline chases over to the far rail. She's going to have a centering pass. That one does not get through off of a skate. And 26 seconds left. Baker's going to cover that centering pass. So it looks like Brookings Rangers is going to move on.
They'll face the winner of Sioux Falls and Rushmore, the 1-8 matchup coming up here at 5:30. And, not to, you don't want to place money on anything, but I think Sioux Falls is well favored in that game.
Yes, I would think so, being the number 1 seed. And faced off, controlled in the zone. Jacqueline Lloyd finds it right in front of Baker, tries to punch it in. She can. Here's a slap shot by Jill Bush. A nice slap shot, and Jacqueline dives at it. Can't get it in. She's still got it on her stick, and Janelle can't get it on her stick. 3 seconds left in this one. 3 quick shots by the Lakers, and that's going to do it as the Brookings Rangers pull it out of the zone and win this one 6-3 in a hard-fought battle. The Watertown Lakers were trailing in most of this one, or all of this one, and could not quite get over the hill, but yet did not go away.
Yeah, a 6-3 loss for the Watertown Lakers, the 6-3 win for the Brookings Rangers, as Brookings will advance to the second round and face the winner of Sioux Falls and Rushmore coming up. We'll talk to our player of the game and the post game here in just a little bit. As we head into our post game, you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ in Brookings, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Ranky Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Ranky Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Ranky Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at rankygray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, Turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into our post-game show, the win for the Brookings Rangers, 6-3 over the Watertown Lakers as they advance to the second round and will face the winner of Sioux Falls and Rushmore coming up here in just a little bit. Jeff Anderson is down with our player of the game and Kieran Vugdeveen as we send it down to Jeff Anderson now.
And we are down below with Kieran Vugdeveen. 4 goals in the game that just got over. You've ever had a game like that before?
Not really, I guess. I mean, I get goals some games, but I think 4 is the most I've had.
Okay.
I think.
So where'd you come up with such a good shot?
I can thank Austin for that, actually. He works me out in practice with those. He is the one who kind of gave me the idea to start dangling goalies instead of shooting, and it's worked pretty much every time.
Okay. Your team has played Watertown 3 times this year. Now you've won 2 out of 3, so I guess you're the best of the 2.
I guess so. I mean, love Watertown, but...
So what about this team? Think you can go all the way?
What?
Do you think you can go all the way?
I think we have a chance, but got a tough game tomorrow, but I think we have a chance to win, and we just gotta play 3 full periods of hockey, and hopefully we'll have a chance.
And your goalie has been doing a great job all year too, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's definitely still learning, but she's made a lot of progress this year.
That sounds good. And talk about your first line that you're a part of, Barber and Richter. Those are 2 good players to play with, aren't they?
Yeah, I think we work really well together, but at the beginning of the year, I was centering second line with Anna and Ava. Yeah, Anna and Ava. And it worked, but I just think that me, Vanna, and Ricky worked best together. We moved the puck well, so.
Sounds good. Congratulations on 4 goals. Go get them tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
And again, Karen Vugdeveen with our player of the game. 4 goals for Brookings as they win 6-3 back upstairs.
As we are back up here in the press box as we, again, talk to her, and thanks to our player of the game and Kieran Vugdeveen for being able to talk with us after picking up 4 goals in that win. John Winkler and Jim Lloyd up here in the booth right now as just, too much Vugdeveen, too much Barber here today.
Yeah, it was, and those are 2 great players. And if you're going to beat Brookings, you have to stay with those 2 players. And Watertown Lakers, they play this team well all the time, and perhaps 6-3 wasn't the indicative of how the game actually went, because I thought Watertown played pretty well. Just got a little outmanned at times, and it's hard to stay up with that first line of the Brookings. They've got some good players on that first line.
Outshot 39-24 in this game. So Brookings, all the top seeds have won through the first 3 games. That last game, well, it's going to be a monumental upset if the higher seed doesn't win, because it's the 1-8 matchup, as Sioux Falls will be taking on Rushmore in the 1-8 matchup coming up here. 5:30 is the scheduled start time, as we'll have coverage starting at 5:15. So here in about a half an hour, we'll get back on the air and get the final game of the day 1 for you here in just a little bit. But yeah, Jim, this has been a couple of good games. You know, Watertown had their opportunity, especially going into that third period.
Well, sure they did. They had their opportunities, and the second period was a real strong period for them. They ended up with 2 goals and got within 1 goal. Just need a little more offense. You know, I thought they shot the puck probably often enough. They didn't hit the net enough, though. You know, they have to put it on the net, and hands off to Aletha Baker. She played a really good game and kept Brookings out front the whole game. She did a nice job.
They led 3-0 before Watertown started to make their comeback to make it 3-2 going into the third period. But another 3-goal period for the Brookings Rangers, as Vugdeveen scored all 3 in that third period. Jacqueline Lloydfish with a hat trick. Usually you see someone that has a hat trick, you're going to be our player of the game. Well, but she was outstaged by a 4-goal effort by Vugdeveen. But really a really good game by both teams, and 3 really good players. Vugdeveen, Barber, and Lloyd they all easily could have been our player of the game here today.
Yeah, those 3 players, they kind of rose to the top in this one, and like you knew they would, and they've been doing that all year, all 3 of those players.
And again, 5:15, we start coverage of our final game of the day, as it'll be Sioux Falls and Rushmore, the 1 versus 8 matchup. That'll be coming up here at 5:15. So we'll send things back to regular programming. And, of course, it's all on Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube, Capital City Rock in Pierre, and also in Watertown at KSDR. We think those are listening in Brookings right now on KKQQ, as we will be back at 5:15 for our final game of the day. It is a 6-3 win for the for the Brookings Rangers over the Watertown Lakers going into our final game. And again, we want to thank our sponsors here as we wrap things up for this broadcast. Thank you to Hawaii Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, Ramcota, Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rouse and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce, Avera, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, University of Jamestown, Xander Auto Parts, Ranky Gray, The Fieldhouse, Kubota, and State Farm Becky Possima. Thank you for sponsoring the 2022 Girls Varsity State Hockey Tournament. Back at 5:15 for our final game of the day, as you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock and watching, also listening on KSDR.